Welcome to the Global Loot League Wingman Grand Final. We are back after yesterday's kind of exhausting 10 games. We had 29 teams coming through from EU and 15 teams from the NA. And then also the top killing squad also came out of NA.
Yep.
So 16 teams from NA and 24 from EU. And then we have some swaps around, but I believe we have a good 40 teams here with us tonight. And we will show you the format here. It was 6 lobbies from the Europe, and top 4 went through, and 3 lobbies from NA, with the top 5 going through. And the top killing duo, which we will talk about soon, came from NA as well, with I believe was 25?
25, I think.
25 kills. So they averaged 5 kills in each lobby. Quick maps right there. And yeah, I'm actually super excited to see these 5 games today.
Yeah, yesterday we had some amazing games, some amazing showings, and we only saw one lobby of EU and one lobby of NA, but from the other lobbies, the results that we saw, there were some big fraggers, especially James Ibiza with 40 kills in best of 5, and we also saw Voxic and Dradon in the NA scene with I believe 45 kills in their lobby, so they were the highest killers from
That's insane.
NA.
45
kills in 5 games.
9
versus
average.
Tough competition as well. NA I think had more higher amount of good players.
Yeah. But less people.
But
in
less
the
people,
well,
less people. But I feel like a great amount of players in their lobbies, so that was really impressive.
Yeah, well played by them. I have no clue who's going to win this. It's completely open. We looked through the list a couple of times, and we have more than 20 pro players in these duos right around here. But of course, it's a new structure. We have TPP, we have duo. So this is not what they usually play. Yeah. They play squad, they play first person. Or sometimes solos with the stream or whatever, but they're used to playing first person. So we will see something completely different.
So these are the players that actually qualified. We have Adamandis and Uncivil, Batulan Twitch, XMPL, Bia, SOTF, Elmena TV, Borgan X, the NIP boys, Calvin Klein and Tauzera. They actually ended up, I think, 5th place yesterday, but I believe...
Oh, 5th,
fifth place. But I think Team Random were not able to make it today because of some ESL qualifiers. So Calvin Klein and Tauzera filled in for them.
They played well as well.
They played really well. They deserve to be here. We've got Cup of Magic and P-Day, Egdop and Andrek Rect EU, Jice and EU Jimmer, S-Zone and Lamber. We got Meter, we got Feverish, we got Fierce and LDG Zero, Frag Team, which was
the highest killing team, 17, and Bahawaka.
17 and Bahawaka from Optic Gaming.
Yeah.
We got H-Right and Zikis, Boogie and Soul Breather, I Am Larry and Mikas from Team Vexed, Italiano and Resocello, who did really well. They came top of that lobby yesterday as well.
Yep.
Jack Breacher, B-Dub, James and Ibiza. Obviously, they came with the 40 frags on EU Lobby 2, I believe it was.
Yes.
Kickstart and Mossy, another high-killing team that we saw from yesterday in our lobby.
Did very well. Also good at flying down from rocks, Mossy, right there.
Yep, Covey and the Papa Kinguin also did pretty well. Cracker, Fergie. We got LTB, Lush and Ghoul from Team EG.
Yep.
We got Lux and No and Zenta. Master Dom, Hyperion, BC, Milau and Taylor, who were DreamHack duo TPP winners back in DreamHack Summer. They won on the 2nd day, so they have experience with TPP duos.
Yep.
We got Murray and Cypic, NBS, LOL and Pybus, who recently...
Crimson,
recently got picked up by Crimson. We got Raptor and Mini Fridge from Tiger Mafia that I believe they just played the ESL squads and they came 1st place, so they qualified round 1. So they're going to be coming in hot from that.
Yeah, they're warmed
up.
up.
A team that I'm really impressed by, Rectify and Blue and Soko had really good games yesterday. So I'm curious to see how they're going to develop against much tougher opponents.
Yeah.
We got Santi and Nemarov in there. Survivor and Kramer from the Sun Knights, a team that did really well as well. Vox and Dre, as we said.
Full Knights lineup right here.
Yeah, the full Sun Knights lineup. I think the full EG as well lineup.
Yeah.
Vox and Dre did the best, I would say, yesterday with 45 kills in the lobby. Timmy Tinkle and Sammy Slimy Sloot.
Timmy Tinkletoe and Sammy Slimy Sloot.
The name is so long they can't even fit in the
They can't put in there. But one of my favorite underdogs, I'd say, purely because of their ingenuity in naming.
That is right. And Tisler, Bulmama also qualified. Tume and Ashik
from Gambino,
Gambino did really well yesterday. Velocirect and Raffi won another team that kind of unknown to some people, but impressed us. Individual mechanics from them was really good. And they also qualified today in round 1 with in the ESL EU qualifiers, so they've passed to round 2. We got Wick and Kaint also from Team Purge. Did extremely well yesterday. Zovran and Happy Honey. Zulu and Timsy from Finstack. I think they played the EU qualifiers. I think they came first as well and qualified. Too. And we also, last team there is Watts and Nomi from Team EG. So the full EG roster is playing here. The full Knights roster, and
half of Optic and
so a few from half of other teams in there involved as well. So a lot of pros, a lot of good teams, and also like underdogs. I mean, like people that we don't know about, like Velo and Rafi, the Rectifier. At least they were an A team, but I didn't know them as from an EU's perspective. So I'm looking forward to see how those players specifically do.
Yeah, I hope we can see some of these underdog stories coming out through these 5 games and maybe surprise us and surprise the other known players, and maybe they don't expect much from some of these names, but I believe we have about half these teams that are super well respected among the pro community, and it's players that know how to play this game, even if it's TPP and even if they're not used to it. Of course, all of us started in TPP. First person wasn't out until summer-ish.
It was August.
Yeah.
Around
so
August.
Everyone played for about 3 or 4 months, unless they played beta as well. They played TPP, so people have experience in it, but they're not used to playing tournaments in it, and the meta might not be completely the same. So, but I'm super excited. Do you have a top 3 favorite?
I mean, my favorites per se. I mean, looking at the games that we watched yesterday, what I'm looking forward to, maybe not favorites, but who I'm looking forward to is Rectify, the team Rectify. I want to see how they do today. Velo and Rafi, because I feel like they're underdogs. And obviously,
you have some history with them.
You know them. I know them. They're friends of mine, and I know they have potential. They just need that experience. But they changed their game plan yesterday. It wasn't going so well for them. They adapted and changed for the meta, and it seemed to be going well for them. And also, obviously, the favorites, Timmy Tinkletoes and Sammy Slimshoot. I mean, they are the number 1 team for me to win this all for sure. Obviously, honorable mentions to Ibiza and James, who are a cracking team, the Gambino boys, and the Sun Knights, Foxig and Dre. Those were the 3 most, the most kills, and I think the better performance. But I'm curious about those other 3 teams that I mentioned, how they're going to do today.
For me personally, I'm also looking very much forward to see our 2 name favorites, Timmy and Sammy, but also United. I think they can be kind of an underdog if they adapt. Guys and Jim are really good with American players, and also let's see if and Borg and X they can keep clutching. Actually did some really nice clutch plays.
Hopefully they stick more together. Yesterday they had issues kind of meeting up together, and we saw Borg getting caught off guard a few times, and it was X trying to clutch. If they play together, they're forced to be reckoned with. So if they manage to do that, I think they're obviously going to be a top team coming in.
They played very aggressive, and they tried to go for some frags as well, but I think they need to focus a bit more on the migration and not be that much on foot, because they exposed themselves. And also, when we play this duo format, you know, when you have a knock, the people will push you. And if others hear people fighting and then see a knock in the kill feed, they will also push those people fighting, which is obviously is clever. You have a knock, it's a 1v1, and you have 2 guys pushing in, maybe being able to wipe full 4-man team.
Yeah, the guy that gets the teammate that gets knocked, he either has the option of reviving his teammate or holding a 1v2. If he's reviving his teammate, the 2 guys that push in are going to get him off guard. So it's much easier to be aggressive in duo format for sure.
And Team Perch, they did super well twice, pushing in to 2 teams fighting and ending up wiping them and winning their games. So I'm looking forward to seeing Kaint and Wick doing good as well. We also have a secondary stream, Global League number 2 with the map, so you can constantly see your favorite players on that. The map will be shown all the time. We will also show the map on the stream here, of course, but if you want to have 2 streams open, if you have 2 screens, or if you want to do a multi-stream, Global League number 2 is where the map is.
I highly advise to watch that, especially if you're a new player, just to see. I mean, if you want to watch one of your teams, if you're a fan of Optic Gaming or Gambino or the EG boys, this is a really good tool to watch, because you'll see them 24. I mean, all the time, right? So, because obviously on stream we can only catch 1 action at a time. It's not like we can watch all these fights at a given time. So you can watch them, what they're doing, how they're rotating. So it's really awesome that they have this map stream up on for us.
And also, as you said, for new players, this is also a way you can maybe get some tips and see how the competitive scene plays and how they play migrations. And these metas that they use here is also something you can use in public games and improve your own game. So it is highly advised to do this.
Yeah, and for sure, one of the teams you have to watch out if you're a new player want to watch is definitely Team Gambino. I think Team Gambino are probably one of the best rotators in the game right now. They really want to know to just get good spots, and you'll see them every time in circle comes. They're ready to rotate and ready to get a better spot than they were previously. Even though they might be in the circle, they always rotate to that better position. So keep an eye out for them for sure.
Yeah. We have 5 maps coming up for you. We're going to play out with Miramar first, 3 Erangel, and the Miramar in the end as well. And since we have a split region here, we have 15 players, actually 16 teams from NA and 24 from the EU. We're also going to be playing different lobbies, so the EU can have some home turf, and the NA will too. So there will be 2 servers with NA and 3 servers with the EU. 1 Miramar and 1 Erangel for NA, and 2 Erangel for EU coming out of there.
We're going to be starting with the first game on the Miramar. And then we're going to do 3 games of Erangel, and the last one will be Miramar. So we'll start with 1, then 3, then 1. So we're going to start with Miramar and end with Miramar. I think that will be exciting to watch. I think Miramar was really fun to watch yesterday. There was a lot of action, so it's good to start with some action, get some macro play in Erangel, and then back to some action on Miramar. So it's going to be a good different diversity of gameplay.
I think also starting with Miramar, I think the players will have a lot of opportunity to study some of their opponents if they go back, look the stream for some of our breaks, see how they drop. Because again, we have these 40 teams. Last night we had 32 to 27 teams. So we talked about when you have this stacked up with 40 teams, then it's not always you can get a call. It's not always that you're not going to get contested. You're probably going to get contested no matter where you drop. And also Miramar, of course, we talked about it yesterday. Who's going to come out as the Picado champion? I think we're going to see more teams drop in this lobby.
We haven't seen where the other players are qualified drop. So I'm curious to see. I believe we're going to be starting up the lobby any second now. It's almost ready. But I mean, we didn't get to see, for example, where EBs and Dreams were landing in a Miramar, or you know, the Knights boys, or the EG guys, or Optic. So we only saw Gambino, we saw a few other players, but here we go. The plane is about to start. It's going to be a northwest, a little bit down to the southeast. So we're going to see a lot of teams drop on the north side and probably on the west side. And the south, I would imagine the southwest side will be the most open, so not that many teams will be able to loot maybe the prison and stuff like that. So here we go.
It's going to go over Hacienda as well, a place we talked about yesterday. You could come in super quick, looting it, get out of there, and I think we're going to see some fights there as well maybe. But an okay plane, I'd say. Not an optimal plane, but an okay plane. We go from the ruins area down to the Impala, but not close enough to get to the southern part of the map.
Yep, we see Bees and James. They love to play Picado. I know them, and they seem to be going to Picado right now with, I believe, 1 or 2 more teams with them. So we're going to see some Picado action for sure. The Night guys are known to play in the power grid, and you see the teammates are all fighting for this power grid. They're known for playing it on the squad games.
They're not teaming here.
They're not teaming, but they're facing each other now for this one spot. So it's going to be really funny to see how that develops and who's going to actually take over. We see Optic Gaming being at the El Pozo, I believe. They like going El Pozo.
A lot of teams in El Pozo, actually. And Gambino's going to end up having La Copria for themselves. It's a good big city to loot.
No one has Hacienda again.
No one has Hacienda.
No one keeps dropping. I mean, we have Aimosi kind of close. He might end up going there, but I love Hacienda, and we don't see that many teams.
Yes. Have some fighting going on in Picado already.
James has got a gun already. He's got an AK. He's taking some shots at the Papa Queen. He's landed a few already. They're pretty low. Corvi, sorry. He's down to 30% health. Landed some good shots there. James unfortunately doesn't manage to get him, but knows where they're going, and they're going to be trapped on that side of the motel there and the gas station. If you start looting there and the team in the middle of the casino, they can actually hold you, and they can actually get better loot than you have. So James and the Bees are having the better spot. Sammy Slimy Shoot and Timmy Tinkletoes actually getting into a fight. They've had a trade right now, 1-for-1, but Ease1 from Team 10 is going to help Lamba. I don't know where Timmy is. Timmy is kind of close as well.
Running in. Moonwalking in.
Yep. Timmy Tinkletoes obviously in the worst position over here, and they're going to go down, and Timmy and Sammy, our favorites, are going to be the first
team out
of today, unfortunately. But it's only game 1. There's still 4 more games to go.
Not a great start, but they're going to go back on their toes and get ready for this. We also see H-Ride and Sikis is in El Porzo, and Optic is also there. It's a big city, and completely able to loot. Not getting into any fights if you want to avoid each other. But I'm not sure they're aware of being this close. Zikis and Bahawaka right here.
And they're going to be looting the east side of El Pozo. They're probably going to just quickly loot and rotate. I haven't actually watched too much of the Optic boys. I haven't been watching the NA scene too much, but I don't know if the specific team that like rotating fast or not. We'll see now. He spotted Zikis looting the helmet. Some nice shots from Bahawaka over here. Knocks down Zikis and is now knocked out up there. I don't know what Zikis' teammate is. He's pretty far away actually in El Pozo. Yeah, that's really far away on the west side of El Pozo. Bahawaka is going to finish as Zikis here and take his loot.
Well, we already see Bahawaka here with full level 2. He has a car, he has a scar. He's already looted, so he's been very grateful for this loot. And he's going to grab some more loot, and he's going to be meeting up with his teammate probably and getting out of there. Because we see the zone as well. And on the map here, we have an extremely southeastern zone and a lot of water in actually, which we're not used to on this map. But some of these players, they have decided to go Los Leones, so some of these teams are already inside. Meanwhile, we see Kane and Wick in San Martin against Taylor and Milav.
Kane and Wick did extremely well yesterday in Lobby 1 of EU. They performed extremely well. They had some good wins and a lot of kills as well. Taylor and Milav as well, really good players. So San Martin is so big. You can share the loot.
Easily
you don't need to fight for this spot, so they're probably gonna just loot up quickly and go into the circle. I don't see they're gonna have any action right now. And we have quite a lot of people actually around the Los Leones in the middle of the map already. Probably landed there. I don't think anyone's already rotated super fast. I think these are just people that landed and are looting Los Leones or the outskirts of Los Leones.
Yeah.
But now they have obviously the prime spot. The circle's on top of them. They can carry on looting and just stay there. They don't really need to.
It's a huge city.
Yeah.
You can have, what, 7, 8 duos in there without noticing each other for some while and just looting up.
See, Kickstart and I'm Mossy are rotating right now, getting shot by a team in Minas Generales. Yeah, it's the Crimson Boys. Mossy and Kickstart rotating really fast.
Yep.
2 minutes only in the clock before it starts to shrink, and they're already making their way. Good rotation by them there. Picado actually ended up being for Ibiza and James. The other teams ended up leaving. Got Rectifier Blue, who did really well yesterday, clutched for his teammate 1v2 situation. So
against Tumain Eshik, actually.
Yeah, and against Gambino, really solid player. So gotta keep an eye on Blue, see if he does as well as he did yesterday. Was rotating past, manages to ignore those shots, and now it's going to keep on rotating. I don't know where his teammate is. Might be coming in later. I didn't see him in the car with him. Yep, Soko, sorry, he is rotating above him.
And Soul Breather here and Boogie in the northwestern side.
We got action going on between Corvi and Papa Queen, Team 20 versus Team 30, Santi and...
Nope.
Almost getting that nade. This is a lot of hill play right now, and as the Team 20 have pretty long ridge they can play out of, which it's going to be pretty hard for Santi to peek over. So they're just probably going to be holding each other here and seeing if the team makes a mistake. They're both in the zone, so don't see them rushing their decisions right now on getting aggressively. They'll just take some time, hopefully get some few pokes here and there. Santi getting down to 50% health, so Kovi did land some decent shots. Nemerev, the teammate of Santi. Peeking over, using our Winnie Winchester action. Is that a third person action he was doing?
Yep.
He's hip firing with the Winnie.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna try to get some action there. He doesn't have armor either, and only level 1 helmet.
Oh,
so
that's right.
Kinda in a tough spot right here.
Yeah, as you see, Papa Queen and Kovi are spreading out a little bit. They're getting a different angle from really good shots from Pappy. Knocks down Nemerev, and Santi's down to 10%. Pappy and Kovi end up wiping Nemerev and Santi. And that's really good. We saw there the ridge was really long and they played it perfectly. They got 2 different angles, one on the south side and one on the north, and just capitalizing that, peeked up and got the 2 kills.
Yep.
Visa and James rotating already. They fully looted Picado and they're making their way to the middle of the circle. Same as the Optic guys. They're going to be passing beside each other. So these are 2 pro teams. As you can see, they're rotating early. They know the positioning is a super high value, especially in duels. You don't want to be caught around the edges fighting so many different teams. So they just want to go somewhere central and get a prime spot and just hold it down.
Another team taking shots here at Bahawaka. He got hit once, but he's going to survive that and continue further into the south, I believe. They're not going to go into Los Leones. They're going to try to get some of the prime compounds a bit further south.
We see a lot of players right now in the middle of the circle. So this is going to be tough for James and Visa to get a good spot. Because as we saw, a lot of people landed around south of Los Leones.
Yeah.
So we see the Optic guys, they decided to stop at that warehouse. Pretty decent spot, kind of middle of the circle, a bit westish, but not so bad. Kickstart and Mossy, we saw them traveling earlier. They were rotating. They've settled with this compound. But they have another team on the apartment complex just above them. So we might see a little bit of action going between these two teams.
The others are obviously fully aware. It's Lux and Center from Back-to-Saki, European team here. And they're fully aware of iMossy and Kickstart being here. iMossy is going to push in and maybe make a play for this. Maybe just loot it.
Yeah, Lux and Zenta not making any sound whatsoever.
Right
they don't want to show themselves or make noise. So my Mossy and Kickstart might think that this place, well, they might have seen this door that's open. And now they're just backing off. This is perfect from Mossy and Kickstart. And this is kind of a mistake of Lux and Zenta.
Yeah. If they want to bait,
if you want to bait and play sneakily, you have to close all the doors, pretend like it's not looted. Kickstart and Mossy saw that it was open, whether it was looted earlier early in the game, or there's a team right now there.
They're not going to
take the chance. So they decide, they saw the door and they just pieced it. It was really smart of them. Some teams will ignore that. It's something you have to pay attention to.
Yep. Well played by them. EB and James right here, they're going to take one of the prime location in the middle, which was not taken. Good small compound here with some riches, and they can actually get out of here easily if they want to. Bia is alone maybe in the southeastern side. Pide and Cup of Magic looting Porto.
Rectify, Blues taking some shots at Italiano, who's rotating on the south road. Kickstart actually gets knocked by Lux. Lux finishes him off, so Kickstart just got eliminated. Mossy obviously is still alive, so is alone right now for his team. So Lux and Zenta were waiting for the right moment, saw his Kickstart.
Meanwhile, I'm Larry from Vextus taking down Sir Vox right here from Pittsburgh Knights. So they are out.
Yeah, fighting indeed Vex boys against the Sir Knight guys, and
Dre's out as well
with a good nade. So Dre and Voxic, the #1 fragging team from yesterday qualification, is actually out pretty early.
Not so fragging today.
Yep, the Vex boys, which also qualified today on the
51 kills.
Yeah, 51 kills in the ESL squad round 1. So they're coming in really warmed up for sure.
They're coming in feeling extremely vexed right now.
Yep, feels vexed, man. We got Bog on the west side rotating. He normally used to rotate separated with his teammate, but now look at them. They're together on a buggy, holding hands and just gonna share this rotation together. And hitting the ridges. I think Bog is driving.
Yeah, Bog.
I believe X is the worst driver on the two of them. I've been told.
So too,
I've seen a few clips from X
is
killing a good friend, Caddy, I believe. She's a GLL admin. They play together, and I've seen a few clips of him getting Caddy killed. So Bog is the one driving.
Also, Bog is from Norway, so he's only used to driving on mountains when there's snow on them. It's these wasteland areas here is not something he's used to driving in. And Ashik and Tumai also rotating in.
Yep. Normally, the Gambino guys, Ashik and Tommy, that was we seen time and time. They don't rotate super early in the first circle. They go in kind of when it's shrinking, and then on the second circle, that's when they attack. That's where they go, trying to go in the middle of the circle and take that spot. So we'll keep an eye on what they're doing, and we'll see them in the second phase for sure, trying to get a really good spot. For now, they're just going to settle with anything in the circle.
Yep.
Got obviously that bike, the best vehicle you can have in Miramar, as it's the fastest, as the easiest to control up and down hills. So he's going to be able to rotate, do some jumps,
fast as well.
and
Plus 10 for points right there. And EBN teams is split up a little bit here. I don't know why. They're just maybe looting.
Rectify driving by the Optic guys and getting shot down to 25% health. Manages to get behind those trees and take a little bit cover, but the car is smoking, and
17 here, taking out Soko from Rectify. So Blue is the last guy alive. And he's
some good shots from the Optic guys. They know now that he's alone.
Yep.
I'm curious to see if they want to push this or if they don't want to risk it too much, because you can still 1v2. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But
we actually have the new zone right here. So the new.
So it's a southeast circle.
Southeast
we kind of had this
circle.
We had this one yesterday, actually, really similar, a little bit more to the west. It actually didn't end up being that bad. There was actually really good action around those hills, but look at the space that you have of land and the amount of teams they're going to get into. So we're going to see a lot of action here, a ton of action. We see one team already rotating on the boat, actually, on the south side. P-Den, Copper Magic, right beside Bia. Bia, I believe, is left alone. She doesn't have a teammate. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if her teammate died. She's now hiding. Not making any noise, so she's gonna try to get at least a knockdown and scare the other team.
She's ready. She's aware.
Yep. But they have third person in the scene, huh? they're going to peek up and take it down. That's one of the issues of third person. She was looking at the stairs in first person, whilst the other people were coming up with an angle, so they could see her before she could see him.
Exactly.
So what she should have probably done is hold an angle on the door.
Sitting in the doorway, holding on the wall, sitting on the
wall.
Around
the corner, so you don't show yourself if someone's coming up the stairs, and then you see them when they come up.
Yeah. Not a good house for third
it's
person
not the best
right there, no. You want to stay downstairs and stay in one of the rooms around.
Optic rotating on the south road, getting shot by, I believe, Italiano Resocello. Landed some decent shots there, but don't manage to finish the job. Optic team now on the buggy. Buggy's much tougher to rotate. If you get the wheels will spin out, and the buggy is really hard to control. Not landing those shots.
Connecting those shots, no. We have one team, I believe, out in the water. EG is one of the teams looking at that. They're not looking to get that crate. Oh, maybe they're going to try to get that second crate. They're currently in the water waiting for the next crate.
Bull Mama and Tisle from Team 34 fighting against Calvin Klein and Tauzera. Getting a few shots. Calvin Klein actually knocks Bull Mama, landing a decent Car 98 shot right there, and is starting to push forward. Getting hits by Tisle though, and it's down a little bit open. Tisle, I believe, getting shot from a different angle from behind on the north side.
Nice.
Lands a really good knock with that AK.
Headshot right there. He's getting shot from behind now. Taking out Bull Mama and Fergie and Cracker here. Taking out Bull Mama and Tisle, so they're out of the game. Meanwhile, Tauzera has to pick up Calvin Klein. And got
Calvin
knocked.
Klein is knocked quite an open. I don't know if Cracker and Fergie saw that. They might have seen it in the kill feed that they did get a knock, but they're not going to push any further. They're just going to play it safe and hold the edge.
Yeah.
So you see here, Ibiza and James did actually rotate. They had a really good spot in the previous circle, but decided to get a better spot. So
like
they're bang in the middle.
Tumai and Ashik as well, they're getting a really good compound on the beach side right here, and Tumai has the compound already, but Ashik is going to rotate in on the
Bog and X actually let go of their buggy. I don't know what happened there. They crashed, or they just want to run on foot, or they ran out of gas. Who knows? But they're just running outside the circle right now on the edge.
There's a car ready for them to the left there. I'm not sure if they've seen it or anything, or they don't want it. But maybe they're just going to run.
This circle doesn't do that much damage yet, so they should be fine. They're not too worried. They can catch up eventually. But we do have Kane and Wick and another team holding that west side, so it might be a little bit scary for them. Optic and 17 and Bawaka are going to hold. We see here the EG goal and EG Lush swimming surprisingly so early into the game with 30 teams alive. What do you think about this?
This is maybe to secure some top placement, but I think they wanted to secure this the compound here, but they might have seen 17 and Bahawaka because they left the boat close to the drop actually, but they decided to swim in to the beach here and try to secure this compound. But they've seen them rotating down. They came in from the western side.
So we got 30 teams alive, 56 people. So a lot of teams alive still in this circle. We got Rafi and Velo far north side still coming in from the circle, right behind Twitch and Civils and Adam Dis, who just, I believe, got knocked right in front of the circle. So Fergie and Cracker are holding down team number 2. And from behind, Velo and Rafi are taking shots at him. So Rafi spoiling that party, taking that really good shots on Civils. And now I have to gonna push into the circle, and Team 21 might hold them too. Might run into the same situation. They obviously know there was a team behind them, so we'll see how Rafi and Velo develop.
We get a new circle here. Not that bad. It's going to get some little less water, but still some water is inside. And another EG team coming into the water. And now
Biza knocking down Ashek from Tumai. And the EG guys actually ended up pushing this compound. And Optic got knocked down. We saw one of the Optic boys.
He's dead, yeah. They finished him. Meanwhile, Borky knocks Egidorp on another side of the map, but
also Tumai lost his teammate, so Gambino's one less right now. Borg just got knocked out outside the zone. X in a 1v1 situation with Andre Rectiu. X with almost 50% health, Andre Rectiu with around 70% health, though, and with cover, with a tree. But X with beautiful shots manages to kill Egidorp. But unfortunately, we did lose Bog, if I'm not mistaken, so it's back to X being left alone.
Yep.
Unfortunately for him, but he's clutched it once already. I'm pretty sure he can clutch it again. This is a
scenario he's tried yesterday, so he knows what to do.
And it was the same map as well, same circle.
Yep.
And he ended up clutching, being in the middle of the map. We'll see if he rotates there, but we saw a lot of people already holding compounds. The other EG team, Nomi and Watts, also coming with the boat. So they like those boat strats. Holding up behind a sudden rock behind it right now. Proning, just taking cover, waiting it out. Getting shot though from, I believe it's Tumai and a different team. I think there's 2 teams shooting him. Rafi did actually get
35 and 36 is taking teams at them, and they're not going to jump into the water with about 20% HP left. So they want to secure those top spots right there.
See,
Sovereign, yeah.
Mikaz goes down from Vexed. So only I am Larry left of Vexed. Got 2 players in this compound. It's Kane and Wick. This is a different one. There we go. H right and Rectify Blue. 2, I believe, solo players right now, but 1 outside, inside a bush, taking some cover. I think that's camouflage. If you had a ghillie,
I am 1 with the bush.
Yes, 1 with the bush.
Yes.
And right is 1 with the compound.
Kraken and Fergie up on 4 kills already, and Velo and Rafi also on 3 kills.
Yeah, Velo and Rafi always getting those kills. I believe they did wipe them, but if I'm not mistaken. So Kraken and Fergie are eliminated by Rafi and Velo.
And they're able to push into the zone easily here. Rafi and Velo coming into an open area, but there's not many players around, so they can just push in easily.
Luxno and Zenta pushing up to P there. They probably know them there.
Yeah, they have the info.
See how they approach this situation, if they're going to push upwards or not. If they're going to cook some nades. They're just peeking out up the doors right now, but no one's making any movement.
Copper Magic taking the right position here, standing in the doorway and taking some third-person peeking out.
So, yeah. No one's going to be peeking out.
Can see him here,
they can see Copper Magic. But
so this is one of the beautiful parts of TPP.
Yeah,
if you like it, of course. But
this is the one. I mean, TPP is kind of fun, but this is one of the issues that you see happening a lot that you don't really get to see in FVP. In FVP, you would see people peeking and getting the info, but here they're just staying behind cover and just waiting until the other team kind of makes a mistake, and no one's going to really do anything. This is just going to be kind of a stalemate right now.
Sensa's trying to bait Copper Magic to take some shots, and then it's probably going to see Lux jumping out and taking some shots.
So new circle appeared pretty central. Ibiza and Dreams in a really good spot. Got the Optic Teen and Bahawaka. They actually didn't lose a play. I thought they lost one. They only got knocked. Raptor the Raptor getting a knock and finish on Bahawaka, and XMPL actually finished Teen. So Optic Game in 26th place right now, out of the competition in game 1.
Fixed. Here taking S-Zone down. Taking some revenge on S-Zone.
Rafi and Velo pushing in.
Because taking some shots from one of the teams coming in from the water.
But Taylor Milau pretty close to Jimmer and Geis, which I underneath the map.
They are
in the cave. Yes, this is a cave actually. That's some people didn't know about. I mean, I learned this recently.
It has okay loot. Actually.
Yeah, it has no so bad loot for one player, and they're just hiding below them right now, just chilling. But they're gonna have to leave.
Cool place to fight, to be honest. This is. I tried to fight there twice.
I think they might have heard their footsteps too, Milau and Taylor, because they were like moving around. Sneakily,
trying to listen.
Yeah. So they might have heard some footsteps from below them.
It's not worth taking a fight here. The zone is moving now. It's going to be moving in about 1.5 minutes. It's coming slowly in. So
X actually just got eliminated, so 24th place for NIP.
Ibiza gets knocked here. Senta is close to Ibiza as well.
James pretty far away from Ibiza. Ibiza was outside of the compound, and now I think Zenta is baiting for James to push out. Let's see if James can actually clutch this 1v2 situation and help Ibiza out, or he's just going to let it go. You see Zenta and Lux holding different angles. Lux is above the hill, and Zenta holding this side angle.
He's not holding Ibiza's getaway.
Yeah, he's seeing him now. He's going to finish him. Oh, he almost got away. That was really close.
Yep.
But good plan from Zenta and Lux. They were waiting for James to make a mistake, but James didn't fall for that. Ended up losing Ibiza, unfortunately, but still alive. Some nades from Ibiza. Perfect nades. James is really well known for throwing amazing nades. Gets a knock on Lux there, but he is left alone. So this is a pretty tough situation just to push up alone.
He's smart and take another nade because he knows he's knocked. Just around.
I think he's just going to try and hold him here with his angle on the window. He's not going to play too aggressive. He wants to get those placements.
And Senta Luxt. They're going to push up to James. This is a pretty bad house, to be honest, because the ridge is higher than the windows, so you can just lay down and you can see everything inside the house and not take shots.
Okay, and Wick inside a compound, and Milau and Taylor. I don't know if they know. I don't know if they made some footsteps or not. It seems like Milau started looting. But he is a little bit aware and
this is also the right
trying to bait movement maybe from Wick and Kane. Wick is going to cook a nade, I believe. Might be waiting until he starts peeking and then try to cook that. This is almost a repeat of the other teammates we saw earlier in that same exact compound, and Milau is not going to push up. They're just going to hold outside. It's no worth the risk of pushing upstairs in third person.
It's also the right play from Wick and Kane here. They're holding a door each, and they can just get away if they want to.
Yep.
But they're still inside the zone, so no need to push yet. The new zone is...
and normally the team outside of a compound have the advantage. So if the zone shrinks away, Taylor and Milau can actually hold them. So that's why they don't want to push up.
And they're super close to the next zone. Guys and Jimo here, number 9, moving in from the north, taking one of these smaller compounds.
And Larry, he is left alone. His teammate unfortunately died a little bit earlier today, and now EG is pushing up behind him. So we'll see. He does have an angle. Larry is looking towards that way, so he might see Team EG push up slowly and get an angle. If he looks to the other side, they might sneak up to him and finish Larry. So he needs to find the perfect timing, pretty much, to catch them. Got Raptor and Raptor already in the zone. It's Master and Hyperion getting close to them. Raptor and Mini are proning on this little ridge that has a little
dip as well. Nice dip right there.
Really good proning there. This is perfect for third person because you can just get so many different information and angles. I don't know if they spotted Master and Hyperion. I believe they haven't peeked up their heads yet, but they might do soon. So Vex, you see, EG Gold did actually end up killing Larry. They did sneak up behind him, and unfortunately for Vex, they end up 19th place.
They have some way.
James actually ended up leaving that compound. As you see, he went to the west.
Smart.
Really smart rotation for him on the new circle. He's trying to find a new home, I believe. Try to find a really safe spot just to hold by himself.
Still 30 alive here in this zone. This is a bit more than we had yesterday. Wick taking out Milau here.
We got Lux and Zenta 2v2 versus Watts and Nomi. Nomi does knock Zenta, so Lux is now left alone with 1% HP. Nomi and Zenta Zwats are pushing right now. Lux is going to land a first aid, but Zwats and Nomi know he's in the vicinity. Probably push behind the compound. They're going to move a little bit back. They don't want to play too fast. Zenta is still knocked, so they're trying to bait Lux to maybe make a mistake.
Maybe Zenta's talking to them. Come to me. Come at me. Stay here.
So they do, in fact, actually finish him off. They didn't want anyone maybe to come by and steal the kill. Reselcello, he is behind them. He is alone. We lost Italiano.
Nice hit shot.
Gets a really good shot on Swats. Lands a few decent shots on Nomi and finishes Nomi. Reselcello landing really good shots there. Now with 4 kills, 5 kills for his team. He is left alone, but 15 teams alive.
He lost to Italiano earlier. Of course, Lux heard this, so Lux is going to be aware of this player coming in. But Resto is just going to disengage from this compound and go away. No, he's going to go back and take some loot, maybe. Yeah, he's going to get some loot. Get some of those spicy
we have the kills of this game. So Italiano and Restocello actually with 5 kills, top fragging right now. Craig and Fergie with 4. They actually eliminate already. A little bit early on, Cap of Magic and Hidi with 3. And a lot of teams with 3 kills. Raptor and his teammate Mini Fridge actually finishes Hyperion and Master Dominate with some really good nades that we didn't actually catch on screen here, but they did end up wiping them out.
And they also took Restocello out because they had a little
throwing more nades to Lush. I think they know where Lush is. Didn't land that one, but I believe they know that EG are to their south.
A good semi-centralized zone here. Everybody has to move a bit. Only Jack breaches inside the zone. Just gonna
2 Myers landing some shots at Ghoul. That nade might actually do the trick.
Oh, crawl down a bit. Nope.
That went a bit too to the left. If he just threw it a bit
good
to the right, it would have. Yeah, it was almost there.
The right distance. They are aware of each other being here, but they both have to move a far way into this zone, and this is an open area.
Yeah, Milau and Taylor, I believe they finished the Kane and Wick. Eliana's fighting on the edge. Tumao left alone. Team that did really well yesterday. Gambino with 0 kills so far, but still alive. Still a chance.
It's good positioning here, but he has kind of good way to go into the zone.
He has quite a few meds too.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good to have. He can take it slow. He doesn't need to rush it. He has a level 3 vest.
He's far away from the zone. He has to move.
So Raptor and Minifridge are pushing to the north side. They want to clear this north side before going into the circle. Raptor landing really good shots. And Millau knocks him down. And now it's just Taylor left alone to the east side, running into the circle. He's leaving Millau behind. He knows that he's dead. So he's just going to try to run into the circle and prone. And hopefully doesn't get spotted by Raptor and Minifridge, who have been holding this west side really well right now.
Taking down 3 kills in total. But they knocked Millau as well, so they're getting a 4th soon, unless it gets stolen. Doesn't. Taylor
landing good shots on Minifridge. He's going to finish him. Now it's a 1v1 between Taylor and Raptor. Taylor behind the tree and Raptor behind the little dip. But they both have to move into the circle. Raptor first, landing some good nades and then shooting after that. 1% health for Taylor. Raptor's now going to play this aggressive. He knows he landed really good shots. But Taylor!
Nice Taylor!
With the clutch. Right there. 10% health or less. Landing really good shots on Raptor. Raptor felt really good after landing those shots, trying to play aggressive, but Taylor
he knew it was low, so he's going to push right play from Raptor right there. But
there's not much you could do there. He played it perfectly, and just Taylor landed amazing shots with the AK. I believe he probably headshot, chest shot or something, and then that's kills him right there. We got Raffi and Velo on the north side. I believe they just killed a team at that compound and took it over. On the south side, we got Capo and Pide. Cup of Magic and Pide, sorry, not Cup of Pide.
Cup of Pide
Cup of Pide.
That's the team name.
That's the team name, Cup of Pide.
Cup of Pide. Sovereign outside here, getting naded, but he's not that far away from the zone.
On the southwest side, we saw Lush.
Tumai is inside now
trading.
Here. He's going to push up to XMPL. And he sees him. He's going to take some shots, and he's going to execute that team there. 7 teams alive, 11 players left.
So sneaking in this Miramar map, it's much easier to sneak around the map and just play on foot, and that's what Tumai has been doing. He's been playing the south side. He heard some shots. He saw a knock and pushed up perfectly from him.
Very nice next zone here. Nobody inside.
No
so
compound in as well, so it's going to be an open field. Cup of Magic with no helmet right now, so if someone headshots him with an AR, he will go down.
Lots of riches here, lots of hills to play.
Sovereign is pushing up to him. The Cup of Magic does see him, uses that third-person angle, waits for him, and then attacks when he's left open with no cover. So well played by Cup of Magic there. 6 teams alive, 10 players. We got Pide and Cup of Magic, a team of 2. Velo and Raffi, another team of 2. Got United, Jice, and Jimmer. We got Jack Breacher and B-Dub. Tumai is a solo player. Taylor, the solo player.
Tumai has a far way to go here, and
he has the toughest rotation.
He's going to take shots, even though he's in a bad position in the zone. The zone starts moving here in 16 seconds, and Pete and Cup of Magic, they're going to be pushing out to him and pushing him out of the zone. They're not inside the zone either, and this zone is very open. Come down to the playground area here with the...
Got Jimmer on the west side holding Raffi and Velo, and Jack Breach and B-Dub, I think, are holding them too. So it's going to be pretty tough for Velo and Raffi to leave that shack. I think they have the toughest spot right now. Got Cup of Magic pushing up. Landing some shots and Dub. Does finish him. Does get the knock. Peter does. And Velo and Raffi now in a really tough situation. Velo with 10% health, and they do go down. So Velo and Raffi with 6th place. They were kind of sandwiched there. They didn't really have any options. Unfortunately for them, the circle shrunk away, and they were just trapped by 2 different teams.
Yeah. Jim were taking both teams down. He had the rock there in the middle to just pin them out of that area.
Taylor in a bush proning in the field, so I think he's not going to be spotted anytime soon.
Very good terrain here. Lots of places to hide and play out of, especially in third person. You can see lots there.
Pete and Cup of Magic are holding Jack Breacher right now. They know he has to leave this compound. They know the zone is going to eat it. So Jack Breacher now pushing out as the smoke gets spotted. Lands some decent shots, but Pete gets that finish.
So we have a Cup of Pete alive. We have E United alive. We have
United throwing some nades.
Tumai and Taylor is alive as well.
Tumai is actually pushing on the south or east side. Heard those shots, heard those kills, and is now going to sneak up behind them.
Tumai has a
really good spot right now.
Very, very good position here in this dip. And it's going to shrink on him.
And he does have the circle, so there's most likely he's going to end up E United fighting against Cup of Magic and P-Day.
Yeah.
And Tumai
they have to push to him. And they're going to rotate around the edge probably and move into them in the back. United thinking about their next strat. They have 40 seconds to start deciding. And Taylor's just going to sneak in, I believe.
Yeah, Taylor can easily just prone into the circle. With this new circle settings, you can out-prone the zone, so he might just sneak in. Just hoping to get some placements. 4 teams alive.
They're pretty close to each other right here. And the last circle is the other one here we have in there.
Jimmer actually spotted Kappa Magic and Pide, but Kappa Magic and Pide don't know that they're here. They're going to cook some nades. Not going to land. Oh, that was a really good nade. Lands right beside Kappa Magic. Down to 20% health, and also Pide down to 30% health. They might actually go push this, but they're holding a little bit. The zone is pushing in, so they're going to have to move into the circle very soon. Slowly. Pide returning some fire. Mai is just holding prone on the south side. He doesn't want to show himself yet. He's probably going to wait until they get some knocks or finishes.
Nice knock by
Guys landing really good shots. Now it's only down to Kappa Magic. Trying to 1v2. Lands really good shots on Jimmer. Jimmer down to like 15% health. Guys now pushing behind the rock. Jimmer's going to land a heal. No helmet, so he's...
Pete is going to crawl over to get some info, and they're just going to finish him. So the only team alive now is United. Tumai is going to push in. Kappa Magic is going to take some shots on him. Guys and Jimo here.
Taylor actually ends up killing Tumai from behind. And Tumai kills Kappa Magic. So 1v2 situation now. Taylor versus United. We saw him getting really good shots to Raptor Rat earlier, but unfortunately doesn't get this one done. United, Jimmer and Guys with 6 kills.
Yep.
Pretty good place
One
there.
of the teams I said that's probably going to do good. These guys are really good players, and once they get rolling, they're going to be doing some good plays. Well played by Jimo.
Yeah, we got Taylor and Milan with 4 kills. Second place for them. Tumai ended up clutching. He was alone for quite a while. Sneaked up on the south side, played it super safe.
Good positioning.
Yep, and ended up 3rd place with 2 kills. We got Pide and Kappa Magic. We ended up getting the most kills in the lobby with 7. And they ended up with 4 kills. And Jack Breach and Bub 5th with 1 kill. We also saw Rafi and Avello end up 6th place, a team that we mentioned. They ended up with, I think, 3 kills. They were in a really tough spot, unfortunately, at the end.
Sandwich.
They just had a...
Yep.
In the shack with the compound in front of you and the rock until to your right, there was nothing they can do when they had to run out there. They were destined to die, no matter how good you are. Maybe they could have thrown some smokes here and there if they had any, but if they didn't, that was a losable situation for them.
We have to see more of these teams utilizing the smokes. We only saw a couple of smokes, but in this terrain, smokes would have been a life-saving moment. Ibis and James going out as 10th. We also have EG in top 10. So some of these teams went out kind of early, but we have 4 more games, so a lot can happen yet.
So we have actually some replays from Kappa Magic and Pide, some frags. They were the top fragging team, so we're going to see some action. They actually... some kills to Bia here that was holding the stairs on the wrong angle. We got some action on Kappa Pide getting some kills. They were just all over the place. They were just pushing houses. They were holding ridges.
And the last
they were controlling. They were getting a lot of kills. I mean, they ended up with 7, and it just shows they were just playing aggressive and getting some good kills.
Well played by them. Congratulations, guys. But 4 more games running. The next is going to be Erangel, and the 3 next games is actually going to be Erangel. So going to see how people play it. We saw a lot of teams rotating extremely early.
Yep.
Kind of as expected, because also when you have better players, better teams coming in, they're going to try to get some of those center compounds. It was a kind of a water circle. There's not a lot of land in, but let's see what comes up in Erangel. We have some funny circles right there sometimes.
Yeah, we have more replays right now from, I believe, Optic Gaming. They were the fragging team from yesterday's qualification. We see Bahawaka when they were looting here, capitalizing on Zikis, landing some good sneaky up there. And really good shots on the vehicle when rotating of Rectify Soko, another good team. Unfortunately, when you face really good teams and you're rotating, it's really tough. You need to find the proper pathing, right? If not, these guys are just going to tear you apart, as we saw there. Optic, as soon as they see a vehicle, they just sprayed at it and blew it up. Some good shots from Optic there. I'm curious to see how they're going to do. I don't know what place they ended up this game. Don't think they ended up in the top 10, I'm not mistaken.
No, they didn't. No top 10, not even top 20 actually. But they got pushed out kind of early. But I think we're going to see them in the other games trying to play aggressive again.
All right, so I think we're going to be going to break, so we'll be back in a few minutes.
See you soon.